Hare Krishna. Welcome to the Krsnatarian way of cooking. So today I am going to share with you a very nice street food recipe which is called as Veg Frankie or Vegetable Frankie. It is one of the most liked street foods of Mumbai, and when I used to eat at the street food, this was the exact flavor which I liked. So I used to watch the person making it, so I had a vivid idea of how he would prepare it. With little bit of variation, I have prepared this recipe which can fit the Vaishnava diet. So without wasting any time further, let's proceed towards the recipe. So first, in a big mixing bowl, I'm going to take 2 cups of all-purpose flour. Then I'm going to add 1.5 teaspoon of salt. And then I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of baking powder and mix everything well. Then here I am adding a 1/4 cup of melted butter and then mixing it well with the flour. Make sure to mix the butter well with the flour. This will help with the softness of our bread. So here I am adding hot water. I have added nearly 3/4 cups of it. So just nicely mixing it well and then kneading it just to activate the gluten. Keep on kneading it for nearly 10 to 15 minutes. This helps the dough. And now keep a wet cloth on top of it and let it rest for at least 30 minutes. By this time, I will be preparing the inside filling of it. So here I have taken a tablespoon of oil and then 1 teaspoon of mustard seeds. Once it splutters, then I am going to add a little bit of hing. I have taken nearly half teaspoon of hing. Here 1 tablespoon of Dahi mirch, which is not spicy but just gives a lot of color. You can use a little bit of cayenne if you want. Now 4 boiled potatoes I have taken here, completely mashed. If you are using russet potatoes which are very big, you can only use 2. So now here I have added half tablespoon of chaat masala. The link of it I have kept in the description, and 1 teaspoon of salt. Now mixing everything well. And now here I have added 1 cup of shredded cabbage and then a small bell pepper, green bell pepper. I have just chopped it and then mixed everything well and turned off the stove. Now keep this aside to cool down, and 30 minutes are over for the resting. And if you see, the dough has turned very soft. So I kneaded it and then spread it like this in cylindrical form, and then I'm going to divide it into equal parts. Roll each and every portion into a nice soft ball. And now I'll be sprinkling some flour on a rolling board and then placing this one part of the dough and then stretching it like this. It is okay if you are not able to make a complete round form of this Frankie, because because it is all purpose, it will stretch back down. So just make sure that you stretch it well. On medium heat, I will be cooking both the sides of this bread for 10 seconds. Just gently you have to cook it. You don't have to cook it too much like a chapati. Now that cooked bread, I will be covering it with a lid so that the moisture absorbs and then that bread will become more softer. Now I'll show you a different method. Here I have added few drops of oil and then also dusted some flour and then stretched it like this. This is another method. You have to make sure that this dough is very transparent like this, and then I'll be cooking in the similar manner. Now this particular bread can be also used for making tortilla. You can actually make them in batches like that and seal it in a Ziploc and then freeze them and keep them for a week. So this is how soft they are. Very good for making tortilla too. Now I'll be putting some butter on the pan and then I will be cooking again those bread. This helps to give the perfect crispy Frankie texture which are available on the streets. So now here the chutney is basically, I have used some tomato ketchup and my homemade Szechuan sauce, and I blended it in a Vitamix with adding a little bit of water. So this is why it got this nice smooth paste. For the Szechuan chutney recipe, I have already posted it on my channel, so the link is there on the thumbnail. So I've taken just half quantity of the tomato ketchup and half quantity of the Szechuan with little bit of water and then blended it smooth like this. Now here I added the potato filling at one corner, and now this is the chaat masala and the red chili powder mixture together. Now just little bit sprinkle it overall and then add some fresh cabbage, shredded cabbage. Squeeze some lemon juice at the bottom and then close it like this. Tightly you have to close it. In total I have made 8 Frankies. So I'll be putting butter again, and then first I'll add 4 at a time, and then I will be making both the sides nice and crispy. Just do it on medium heat for a few minutes only. So like this it will be nice and crispy. Now I have taken this aluminium foil and then just wrapping the base of it. Make sure that the place where you had squeezed the lemon, that should be at the bottom where the aluminium foil is covered. Just an extra flavor at the base. And now I'll be placing a tulsi leaf and offering it at the lotus feet of Sri Krishna. I hope you liked watching this video. Thank you so very much. Hare Krishna.